again, first grade friends. So we are going to move on in our book, Horrible Harry and the Locked Closet. Today we are going to practice predictions once again. All right, volcanoes in room 3B. We are on the third chapter. Ring! When the recess bell rang, we trudged back to our seats. Miss Mackle was ready for our gloom and doom. I don't think you'll mind an interruption from your detective work if the interruption is an eruption. Everyone looked at each other and shrugged. We've been studying rocks and minerals for months. It's time, class, to add volcanoes. I love volcanoes, Harry blurted out. So why don't you marry one, Sid joked. Just as Harry held up a fist, Mrs. Michelson, the librarian, walked into our room. You asked for all the books I had on volcano. Here are 10. Thank you, Mrs. Michelson, we all yelled. Have a blast, she replied, waving goodbye. Okay, boys and girls, the teacher said. Who wants to be a science detective and find 10 facts about volcanoes? Me, we all roared. Miss Mackle began drawing partners from her jar. Mary and Harry. Harry sank down in his seat. Mary, who blew her bangs up in the air like this. She blew up and her bangs flew up in the air. I was happy I got Song Lee for a partner. She's never bossy and she works hard. As soon as we picked out our book, we got to work. We wrote down our favorite facts. There were more than 10. We even drew a big picture of the 3 kinds of volcanoes with different shapes. When we brought our work up to the teacher, she said, Great job! Let's go over to the sink and get started on your volcano. We can use this empty juice bottle. Song Lee measured water, baking soda, and dishwashing detergent. I added drops of red food coloring. Then I poured in the white vinegar. Whoa, Song Lee and I exclaimed, as the red liquid flowed down the sides of the juice bottle like lava. Here's a picture. Everyone had a turn to make an eruption before lunch except Harry and Mary. They didn't finish their research until after lunch. Harry had to listen to Mary read every word of their volcano book, and she insisted they recopy their facts for neatness. Miss Mackle clapped her hands when they showed her their facts. What neat work, yahoo! But I'm sorry to say I've run out of white vinegar. We'll have to do your explosion tomorrow. Tomorrow? Mary's eyes got watery. Wait, Harry said. I know a different recipe for making volcanoes. My grandma showed me. Do I have the ingredients? Miss Mackle asked, opening up her cabinet. I keep bags of sugar for making crystals and salt and flour for leaf maps. Mary crossed her fingers. I only need 1 ingredient, Harry said, flour, and 1 tool, a straw. Then he reached for a cafeteria lunch tray that was on the counter and set it on the empty table in front of the room. He watched Harry dump the entire bag of flour in the tray. You need all of it, Miss Mackle checked. Yep, but you can use it again after our experiment. The teacher nodded slowly. Okay. Ready to build a mighty volcano, Mayor? Yes, Harry, Mary replied, standing tall and proud. Start patting, he ordered, gently. We watched the 2 of them pat the sides until they made a big flour mountain. Mary, I will make a chute down the center, Harry announced, handing her the straw. Mary slowly poked. Then she passed the straw back to her partner. Now, Harry explained, I shall drill a tunnel from the side that connects with the central chute. Miss Mackle stepped behind Harry and watched over his shoulder. Okay, Harry said. Everyone ready? Ready, we all shouted. What do you think is going to happen? Let's make a prediction. They have a pile of flour and they have straws poked into it. What do you think he's going to do? I think he's going to blow into the straw and make the flour puff everywhere. What do you think? Let's see what happens. Ready, we all shouted. Oh, here we go. Harry put the straw to his lips and stuck the other end into the side tunnel. Then he blew and blew and blew. Poof! Out came a huge puff of white smoke. Now, friends, I have to admit I had an advantage. I saw the picture ahead of time. That helped me with my prediction. So when you're reading, you can use all the information in your book to help you with your predictions. It looked like a giant cumulus cloud in room 3B. Whoa, everyone said as they watched the cloud move up, up, up. Suddenly the cloud rained tiny white specks right on Harry and Mary and Miss Mackle. They looked like they had been dropped in a flour bin. Their eyebrows and eyelashes and hair were all caked in white powder. Just then Mr. Marks, the music teacher, walked in singing his usual la-di-da-di-da. As soon as he saw the three flower heads, he stopped and laughed with the rest of us. Except for Mary. She didn't think it was funny. She was so mad she blew her bangs up. But when she did, she got more flour in her face. Mr. Marks gave everyone the A-OK sign. I've heard of hands-on science, but I like what you guys did better. Heads-on science. Then he gave Miss Mackle a wink. All right, that is our reading for today. We will finish up again in the next 2 days, but I do want you friends to make sure that when you are reading that you are stopping, pausing, and making a prediction, and then checking to see if your prediction is right. Have fun reading today. Bye, friends. We'll finish up tomorrow.